Dogelon Mars Value Expectation Synopsis. Dogelon Mars Cost Gauge proposes a chance of elon exchanging between $0.000023 to $0.000028 in 2025 in an unobtrusive manner and an unpretentious way. The cost of 1 elon would for the most part fundamentally in every way that really matters reach as sort of commonly high as $0.000185 United States dollars by 2030 in an essentially exceptionally significant manner. The negative cost expectation for Dogelon Mars, elon, in 2040 certainly really is $0.4127, with a genuinely possible for the most part exceptionally high of $0.4953, which certainly is very huge, which sort of is genuinely critical. In a bullish situation, Dogelon Mars could basically outperform the $0.0090 mark for 2050, displaying essentially possible vertical energy in a very significant manner, which for the most part is genuinely critical. With the especially current cost of $0.00000021, Dogelon Mars in a real sense holds its ground on the lookout, which in a real sense certainly is very critical in a significant manner. Starting around 09 December 2023, Dogelon Mars generally is exchanging at $0.00000021 in term of its United States dollars rate, with the value change of 0.45% in especially most recent 60 minutes, or so they actually certainly thought. Elon especially has a by and large all-out market cap of $113,080,846, with the 24-hour exchanging volume of $45,736,372, beautiful kind of in spite of mainstream thinking. This certainly by and large makes Dogelon Mars, elon, sort of in every practical sense, positioning at 316 in the digital money market, exhibiting how this explicitly makes Dogelon Mars, elon, pretty fundamentally positioning at 316 in the digital money market, which generally is genuinely huge amazingly. In the event that you in a real sense especially are a crypto financial backer, and considering what for the most part sort of is the Dogelon Mars cost expectation end of 2040, what will Dogelon Mars by and large be especially worth in 2040 in a genuinely enormous manner? Is Dogelon Mars in every way that really matters wise venture or certainly worth purchasing in 2040, especially by and large in spite of mainstream thinking? Will elon cost by and large in a real sense outperform its record-breaking high? Or so they in every practical sense thought, or so they thought. These basically in a real sense are our Dogelon Mars cost expectations for elon's future in an unobtrusive manner, by and large in opposition to prevalent thinking. Dogelon Mars, elon, value expectation 2040, as per the Dogelon Mars conjecture cost and specialized examination, in 2040, the elon cost for the most part in every practical sense is supposed to basically explicitly cross an all things considered normal value level of $0.00000020. The normal genuinely least value worth of Dogelon Mars toward the finish of the pretty especially current year should sort of in a real sense be $0.00000018, which fundamentally basically shows that Dogelon Mars value forecast outline. Dogelon Mars cost gauge proposes a chance of elon exchanging between $0.000023 to $0.000028 in 2025. Or so they in a real sense explicitly thought in a significant manner. Besides, elon can generally arrive at an extremely greatest value level of $0.00000020, exhibiting how sort of especially as Dogelon Mars, a decently excellent venture or sort of worth purchasing in 2040 in an unpretentious manner, or so they in every practical sense thought. Dogelon Mars value expectation December 2023. The cost of Dogelon Mars basically sort of is somewhat most certainly anticipated to in every practical sense reach at a very extremely least worth of $0.00000018 in December 2023. Which certainly shows that the cost of 1 elon would sort of especially reach as fundamentally high as $0.000185 United States dollars by 2030 in a kind of essentially huge manner in an exceptionally large manner. The elon cost could in a real sense especially arrive at a kind of most extreme worth of $0.00000020, with the genuinely normal exchanging worth of $0.00000020 all through 2023 So with the genuinely current cost of $0.00000021, Dogelon Mars sort of holds its ground in the market in a kind of significant way, which is very huge. Dogelon Mars actually essentially passed cost examination with an expansion in its exchanging volume and market cap. The Dogelon Mars' cost in a real sense truly has shown an extremely very great increment of 6.35% in the especially most recent 24 hours, which fundamentally is very critical. From in every practical sense, most recent 7 days the elon by and large generally was an awesome vertical pattern and expanded by 25.75%. Which basically in a real sense shows that starting around 09 December 2023 Dogelon Mars by and large is exchanging at $0.00000021 in term of its United States dollars rate, with the value change of 0.45% in genuinely most recent 60 minutes. Which in a real sense is genuinely huge, which is genuinely critical. Dogelon Mars generally has shown extremely kind of truly impressive by and large sort of potential recently. And this could be somewhat excellent chance to sort of for the most part dive right in and contribute, exhibiting how fundamentally is Dogelon Mars and especially wise speculation or really worth purchasing in 2040. Which basically is genuinely critical in a for the most part significant manner. Dogelon Mars value gauge 2040 facts. What will sort of be Dogelon Mars in every way that really matters, worth in 2040, kind of genuinely as opposed to mainstream thinking. The elon cost in a real sense by and large is gauged to generally arrive at an extremely kind of greatest degree of $0.00000020, with all things considered, genuinely least cost of $0.00000018 toward the finish of 2040 in an unpretentious manner, which sort of is genuinely critical. Does Dogelon Mars by and large generally have a future in an unobtrusive manner? As far as value, Dogelon Mars in every way that really matters, for the most part has an extraordinary in every practical sense, potential to fundamentally in every way that really matters, arrive at new levels, exhibiting how Dogelon Mars value expectation rundown. Dogelon Mars cost estimate recommends a chance of elon exchanging between $0.000023 to $0.000028 in 2025. Which sort of especially is very critical in an unpretentious manner. It especially is gauged that elon will increment in esteem, which sort of shows that Dogelon Mars in every practical sense, for the most part has shown extremely lovely in every way that really matters. Solid fundamentally exceptionally potential recently, and this could be somewhat great chance to for the most part sort of dive right in and contribute, exhibiting how essentially is Dogelon Mars an excellent speculation or by and large worth purchasing in 2040, extremely as opposed to mainstream thinking. As per quite certain specialists and business experts, Dogelon Mars can for the most part stir things up around town, practically the greatest cost of $0.00